Hello there, and welcome to the 50th episode of Strategic Zoomcast. You're looking at the mighty Nagano playing as the Soviets. The reigning world champion of Company of Heroes, Isildur, playing as the very same faction. These guys are allies. The map is Wolfhazer. The tournament is Alvadi's ongoing 2 versus 2 tournament, and their opponents in the north. You have, for my money, one of the greatest 2 versus 2 players of all time. Nagano's former teammate, it's Scotch, and the newest Korean kid on the block. He has fast hands and a lot of aggression about him. It's PFC playing as the OKW and Overwatch Doctrine. This is the 50th episode of Strategic Zoomcast, but this is a very important milestone for me, and that's why I'm very briefly just going to go over to my face here as we celebrate 20,000 subscribers on YouTube. So big thanks to everyone that has subscribed to me over the years. And as you will all know, sometimes I use a little bit of a performance-enhancing drug named whiskey to... Not that I need it, but it's a great supplement to charisma, and it just gives me that extra bravery to go through the onslaught of bullshit, such as a 2 versus 2 tournament game full of rocket artillery for an hour. It just helps. It really does, and especially for these YouTube games. But for me, I just want to thank everybody that is I'm doing this live on Twitch. Everyone that is been a loyal watcher on YouTube, and thanks for all your heartfelt messages over the years. I sometimes don't even have time to reply to them. There's that many people that have enjoyed my hobby that I get pleasure from, so it's very kind of homoerotic and mutually beneficial. It's just a nice little synergy. A lot of guys and gals like watching Company Heroes cast with energy, and I like doing that. So thank you very much for 20,000 subscribers. Let's get back over to the game. Have a little drink of that whiskey. Oh, that's good stuff. It's Glenmorangie, if you're wondering. It's a single malt, of course it is. And let's get on with the game, shall we? Isildur has chosen his faction. We have the very first engagements happening right here. Zoom in the early game. Keep it about default camera level. Reason being is because we want to catch the detail of the infantry engagements as they, for example, Stern Pioneer's been in heavy cover here. We've got double conscripts from Isildur with more to follow. Nagano's going for conscripts as well. So like a huge synergetic, to use that word for second time in this cast. The same army, basically. It's a 6 conscript build from Nagano and Isildur, the finalists of the last 2 World Championships, if you count ML5. Folks, Grenadiers are finding the negative cover situation. Conscripts, and we've had a suppressive burst from Scotch there, so Nagano's going to have to hold the line in the centre. They are claiming, of course, their own fuel. Oh, Pioneers get a burst of MP40 fire off there in the south. Go back over to the north. Going to go north, centre, and south for this game. Look at that. That's the difference, by the way, between heavy cover and pretty much no cover at all. The MG did not suppress that squad until maybe the 3rd burst there. I have to say, PFC and Scotch are having a really good start of things. They're doing a good job, Stern Pioneers. Oh, they're about to lose them. Yeah, Soldat. And I think it's Soldat is singular. I got corrected on YouTube recently, so you can't lose a Soldat and you lose a Soldat or something. I really need to get my German plurals and singulars corrected. Nice flank there by the conscripts. They get all of... But then the hard contingent massive Car 98K fire from Scotch is more than enough to force him away. Let's check out the north as Isildur now has the flamethrower. He's got conscripts pushing up as well. Looking to keep PFC off his own fuel. Nagano's gone partisan tactics. Isildur went Soviet Combined Arms Army. Army. An army of arms. Like Machamp on roids. As we've got the conscripts with flamethrower backup. More than a match for the Pioneers. They're back in the north. Can he neutralize? No, he can't. Flamethrower lingering. Just looking for a burst. Conscripts have retreated there. Isildur, as I say, against PFC in the north. And we have our first use there of, well, it's just a squad coming out from the Overwatch doctrine. It's Jaeger's light infantry recon squad. JLIs are out. He's also got a first of many trucks back in the north. PFC, the same player we're talking about. Let's see what his first truck is going to deploy as. It's probably going to be a battle group, one would assume. Ooh, this is good positioning by Isildur on the retreat path there. Can he get a block off? Doesn't go for it, just goes straight for the fuel. Back in the centre. No, the south is where the action is. He's managed to flank the MG and force it away. Bad camera work as Grenadiers are up against that same conscript squad. Light cover between them. Back in the centre. We've got PFC pushing in with Stern Pioneers getting around the back. Let's start using a little bit of that strategic zoom capability, shall we? I think we need it, quite frankly. It's getting hot and heavy out there. This, by the way, is Alvadi's game of the tournament. If you're wondering why we're watching this particular game, I just asked him, bro, give me your most epic game of this tournament so far. And this is what we've got, so don't go check out the brackets. Do be aware, though, that we have the finals of this tournament. If you're watching this, it's now the 31st of May. The finals are next Saturday, so look out for that. Bigger picture though, we've got Scotch and PFC's aggression is now reaping rewards with this cut-off taken. Flamethrowers should vanquish the foe very soon, but the pressure that the Axis players are exerting so far is tremendous. Really good stuff by the Frenchman and the Korean. Stern Pioneers pushed away. Got some G43 and Car 98Ks waiting in the north there behind a hay bale. Meanwhile, in the south, this cut-off, this foe strategy has been a thorn in the side of the Allies, depriving them of their own fuel. Good work there. Good work indeed. And now these forces are diverted to the north. Interestingly, this fuel's only just now being connected, so similarly, good work done. Heating up to be a nice little game here. Let's see what Scotch has gotten out. It's just a 2-5-1 half track coming into the centre. We've got Pioneers leading the way. Got a Soviet mine that had been detected. MG is repositioning. And he stops the advance of the conscripts. They're trying to Ural and they're trying to split past him. But he'll be able to reinforce. There's the fourth member just coming out now. Back in the north. JLI's under pressure. Dun, 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 dun. Conscript's advance was thwarted. Nagano's going to try and stick it out, though. All Grenadiers getting burnt. Nice merge into the combat engineers. But the pressure from the MG now. It's got 9 kills. Could finish off the combat engineers here. Now, I think there's a shot blocker there, perhaps. Should keep him alive, just about. A lot of mines are being swept. This is a big loss, I want to say, for Nagano. He laid a lot of mines in the southeast there. And they're all being swept. Every single last one of the buggers. I think he laid 2. I'm saying a lot. He laid 2. 60 munitions down the drain. Thing is, I always think these little things look like mines. I know they're not, but they're very mine-like. Again, the cut-off is being threatened. However, 30 manpower per Stern Pioneer that dies. And a Zis barrage. What a volley! Can he follow up? Mosin again, accuracy on combat engineers isn't great, but that's a very low. I've got one more bullet to connect. Can't make it happen. Unfortunate there for Isildur. Let's check out the teching. We've got Nagano going for a tier 2 build. There's his implements of, I don't want to say destruction, stabilization. They're support weapons. Isildur is just now, what's this guy doing? He was trying to plant a mine, but he got caught off. God. There's an, so you can see his build. He's also going for a Zis. So, as I say, Zis's AT guns are just so meta right now. MG34 and PFC. If we go to base here, we did see that he built indeed the mechanized. Okay, mechanized in the house. And a Puma on the prowl. Very good. Like an owl, it can turn its turret 360 degrees. This makes no sense, man. No sense at all. I think a Zis gun just, yep, shot the 251, pushed it away. mortar fire coming out from the Wehrmacht player, Scotch. 251 was able to get a single kill before being forced away. A lot of pressure here from the OKW player, but we do have the Maxim now backing him up. This is a Soviet mine as well. Grenade has been thrown. That was the Molotov they just dodged. They're about to pop the Sturmgewehrs in the heat of combat. We've got more battles erupting. Let's zoom out and zoom in over here. Just quickly check this out. Seems okay. Mortars repositioning. And the conscripts forced away there. Pumas pushing in. Mine was not completed, so he should be fine to keep up pressure. And don't forget, Pumas have a deceptive amount of anti-infantry prowess. Again, this cutoff is exploited by Scotch. A little bit of unfairness. The Frenchmen rebuilt this map for Company of Heroes 2. This was a famous Company of Heroes 1 map. Nice there. Can he get the 18-8 off? Do we see it fly out? There it is! Oh my! Like a quarterback there. He finds... I want to get my American football terminology. He finds the winger, the running back on the hockey field. What incredible stuff. What a slam dunkerino. Amazing at my American sports knowledge. Just unsurpassable, quite frankly. Another MG34 for a PFC. He's really trusting in that rather shit MG. LMG fire there, just in the south, keeping things out of pocket. But all of the fighting has been, let's zoom out, has been here. Let's have a situation check for PFC's army. That's where he's at right now. Let's spot Scotch. Oh, he just hit a mine. There you go. Let's spot Nagano. There's him. And Isilda, he's pushing out over here. A little bit of satellite imagery for you as the folks Grenadiers do live to tell the tale. I don't think we've had a single squad wipe in this game so far. Let's check the stats and just confirm that that is the case. Very low kills for Nagano, it has to be said. And no squads lost for him. But I'm not going to cycle through everyone at this point. It takes too damn long, to be quite frank. Can do some pretty epic cinematics in Strategic Zoomcast. Absolutely gorgeous. Look at that shit. Puma's been hit there. He's been tagged. Is there an 18-8? Let's get back on cam. No, he didn't get it off and he's forced away. Wide receiver. Thank you, Stromberg. That would have helped if I'd read chat. I chose not to. Right, For the Fatherland is being utilised here. An array of bonuses, one would presume. Who's got time to learn stats? Let's just read it. Defensive bonus, movement speed increase. There we go. Certainly helps you get back into your own territory and keep it, doesn't it? Only costs you 50 munitions. Lasts a good 30 seconds by the looks of it. Tell you what, this mortar is going ham. It is just that Wehrmacht mortar. Constantly keeping things repositioning in the centre there. Another mine, honestly. Constantly proliferating the field there. And these Sturm Pioneers have got to be extraordinarily careful. They do not have the support package. That said, though, I mean, Axis have all 3 victory points at the moment. The pressure is on the allied players. Nagano and Isilda, the grand finalists. You have to be very careful. And of course, we've got Stukazufus coming out next for the OKW player, PFC. Pawn for Cats. Pawn for Cats. He's getting a nice Stukazufus. Let's see. We do have mechanized building for Nagano. Isilda already has mechanized. Let's see what the first units from those guys are going to be. I think Volphaser has been made a little bit more open, it would seem. Seems like it's a little bit more free-flowing. I'm enjoying it thus far. Often this map does become a bit of a quagmire. I think moving the fuel up here has really helped it. Conscripts giving the MG some pressure. And the Molotov. Sturmgewehr should keep him protected though. MG is going to retreat out of there. JLI's next on the chopping block. This reconnaissance overflight of Isilda has been checking out enemy positioning for a while. Can Nagano stop the Grenadiers capping the field? Looks unlikely. They're going to neutralise Maxim to back him up. But double conscripts, it must be said, don't have that early game punching power, especially, well, with the conscripts, as I say. So it is a waiting game now before they can get the 7-man squads and really start to build from it. Rockets fly high in the sky. Down on the Zis gun. And they neutralise it, get rid of any early veterancy. Oh, not before the Zis can tag the MG34 though. So there you go. A little bit of like for like destruction there. Lovely stuff. A Katyusha's now building. Just had a squad wipe of some variety. Ah, there we go. He tried to recrew the Zis. And the Zis is no more, thanks to 251 combo taking him out. I am drawn to this combo over here, but to be honest, I should have stayed in the centre by the looks of things. What a shot that was! That was a rifle before the retreat, I think. I need an action replay there. It was either the mortar or rifle before retreat. They seem to explode. That was the Zis. If you're wondering about Nagano's unit tiles, a Zis gun crew member just ran off the map. Going to Isildur's army now. Double flamethrower combat engineers and now veterancy 3 apiece. A lot of work has been done by the Englishman. If he identifies as such, then actually no. Ooh, T-34's out for Isildur. Forcing away the Gren's pack. Couldn't reposition in time. They're really going to have to work harder. All the Allied, they're working as hard as they can, but they're going to have to be very fortuitous with this Katyusha volley and the aggression that follows, because they've been pushed off the map, quite frankly. 283 victory points within 15 minutes is not a good position to be in. Having a bit of a traffic jam down here as the tier 4 first built units of both players. There's the first Katyusha. Oh, what a volley! Can he get a second salvo off on the retreat path? No, he can't. Could have been a lot better, but the reaction times of PFC saved the day. Here comes the T-34. Let's get on board with that bad boy. See anything now. This is his shot. Puma's on the prowl, looking for penetration. That's what Ed 80 Hertz's Tinder bio says. Oh, we got another Decisive volley. This time looks like it's beyond the Maxim. Oh, he's finding him. He's finding. That's 2 volleys and about bloody 15 kills now or something like that. We should check that out, shall we? 12 kills. I wasn't too far off. I'll give myself that one. I'll let myself have it. Mortar is up to 4 kills. Not too shabby. T-34 will get out of there just in time. Conscripts pushing back into the centre of the field. In the north, he's also contending. JLI's on 19 kills. Hold the line for the Wehrmacht. MG42 ready and waiting. Couldn't seek its position in the fog of war. So was found out by it, of course. Right, JLI's forced away, this time by the 4-kill combat. There's so much health damage from the flamethrower. Doesn't necessarily kill all the time. It forces your opponent off. And thankfully for the Allies, Nagano is finally capturing that southern victory point, and he's branching out to get this standard point here. That is a block off there with the hedgerow. Good map design, meaning the LMG was not firing, and now it is. Scott should have known that, considering he made the map. Good pressure from the Katyusha here. Can he find him with an errant rocket? No, he can't. I'm really going to have to sort. This is about the zoom level I'm going to be at now for a long time, because we're really starting to erupt all over the place. Just like me, guys. After I had that curry on Saturday night. Vile. Absolutely disgusting. Really watery and very tasty at all. Too much information. Never mind. Keep going. But I've embarrassed myself socially and I've said all the wrong things. Just keep going. That's the AE mantra. The motto. Was that a little bit of a friendly fire there? Decisive is very eager to fire there with the negative cover road. Travelling way faster than he usually does. Will the Zis reposition? He's in ambush mode, so he's really not splitting very fast. Oh, he gets off ambush mode, but the rockets are split anyway. But Isildur heard us there, and he got off ambush mode just in time. Oh, that would have been a good shot from the T-34, but he missed. What I mean is they were clumped behind the sandbag. Could have been a lot better. Rakettenwerfer can't find him at the moment. Puma's looking for a shot. 18 grenades threaten the Puma, keeping him at bay. But for the fatherland popped yet again. First Grenadiers fighting for the centre. Back in the south, Molotov goes in against the Grenadiers. More of them await behind heavy cover. Mortar now up to veterancy 2. Same for the 251. A lot of veterancy coming in for Scotch's army. He just lost a Grenadier though, and that's a nice LMG pickup. Should the conscripts want it? Well, of course they bloody want it. I was just saying the same shit all the time as Cassie. Can he get it? There we go. And he's gonna burn. He gets an 18-8 off. He doesn't get the LMG. What the hell? It's because it's a 7-man squad or something. Am I stupid? Probably that. Katusha firing on the 251. Yeah, Armand, I just corrected myself. But thank you for having my back regardless. There should be a well-practiced caster after the ML5. Pretty long tournament. A lot of time to relearn all the quirks of the game. Zis trading shots. The packs, the double packs of Scotch are in perfect position now with a Panther to help them out. So that's his tier 4 unit. We don't have signs of the Schwer. Very late Schwer for PFC in a 2 vs 2, it has to be said. But he's just, you know, he's absolutely fine with his infantry build. He has a lot of fuel, 200. The other players have used most of theirs. Panther gets an early infantry kill. That's pretty interesting. Just goes into the field and immediately kills some poor blighter. There's a big Stuka shot. Oh! Isildur with the split. Shotgun Katusha round on the MG. Oh, can he kill it with the... Yes, he can. Mosin Nagant's fire. And he gets a Rakettenwerfer. Big losses for PFC here. He's going to go for the Raketten immediately. He's using For the Fatherland for the speed boost to try and get into the picture, to try and get that Rakettenwerfer back. Sturmgewehr's firing upon him. MG is in Soviet hands, and he does wipe it. He might not be able to get it in time. Folks, Grenadiers are going to go forward. They've got a lot of health on the Soldaten. They're going to retreat. They take the Raketten. Puma's coming to help out. That is a shoe mine. He's going to be fine. He's going to get some cheeky shots away. This gun could return fire. Indeed, it does. T-34 tracks him. Could have detonated the mine there. That could have been dangerous. But the big news is, yes, again, for the 3rd time this game, Scotch has gotten the cutoff. Panther pursuing. We do have an SU-85 out for Nagano. Playing a little bit more defensively. Close the pockets engaged. And this is the pocket, ladies and gentlemen. Can he get out of there? Gren's watching on. As Nagano is a lucky man indeed. That is a very feisty close the pocket, isn't it? Encircle your opponent and smite them. That's exactly what he did, or in this case, he just caused a full retreat from Nagano. Meanwhile, Isildur's battling bravely for this western side. Really needs to start kicking it into gear, does the Englishman. He's, by the way, he's been abusing a lot of spy network. I don't know if you've been noticing. That's the reason he went partisans. Oh, I can hear a Stuka. Where is it? Oh, it was on the... and a Stuka Zavus. So both a flying Stuka and a walking Stuka. But neither hit anything, thanks to the excellent dodging of both Soviet comrades. Combat engineers sally forth. Puma watches on as the T-34 does combat. We got nice recon plane coming in as well, just to oversee the situation. It's nice, by the way, to just see what the recon plane can see now and again. Ooh, Katusha has to be careful. I'll tell you, he's very close to enemy combat there. Oh, there's a big volley on the packs. Yeah, well situated there. 251 Panther combo. They've got a little bit of everything for everybody. Oh, he's got an AT grenade in. Can he somehow get him? No, there's a double Faust coming in. Double Faust from both Grenadiers. Panther could exploit here, but thanks to the Katusha fire, the pack isn't perfectly situated. Rakettenwerfer has been wiped, but retaken. Puma pushes forward, looking for the kill. We've got double Zis guns awaiting, though. Can they get the shots off? Attack ground and misses. Vet 5 Pioneers should repair anything very quickly indeed. Panther goes forward. The anti-infantry fire, don't forget, this thing's up to 10 infantry kills now. Glad I pointed it out. LMG's on retreat. MG doesn't have a shout of surviving there. Infantry of PFC goes in. Maxima waits, as does the ambush camouflage Zis gun. Should that Poon want to rear its ugly head. Every head is ugly in an AE cast, of course, as we've learnt over time. Bren's forced away as conscripts battle for the central victory point. 136 victory VPs remaining at this point. Ended up saying point anyway. Here's a nice Stukas of Foos for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Enemy eliminated! Very fun indeed. That was a conscript that died. Do we all remember Cecil? Well, he's dead now. Let's move on. T-34. Not getting Rakettenwerfer. Just absolutely being fantastic little tank there. 9 kills, but it's done a lot of work just providing pressure for Isildur's army. Must be said, by the way, these conscripts are just offering so much survivability. Good flank and incendiary grenade there, causing a repack for the Maxim. Can he take advantage? Moonwalking T-34 says, hee hee! No. No, he can't. There's a good Katusha for you. Katushin away. 251 now. Oh, look at that thing. 12 kills. Veteran C3. Superior mobility. That's a Katusha for each army now, if you're wondering. Good shot by the Puma. But oh, that could have been an excellent follow-up. Can the Zisses get him? Yes, they can! Puma down! T-34 was the bait, and the Zisses didn't wait. Panther, I tell you what, he's not done his job, has he? His job is not killing infantry. That's meant to be the 251's job. He is meant to hunt down that SU with pack support, and Scotch has not been able to pull it off. Bit of reconnaissance again for Isildur. Being able to hold the victory points now. They've got that 7-man conscript dynamic working for them. We have had, by the way, partisans built. I never caught that. They're already at Veteran C1. I don't know what they've done. But, yeah, they've been built. That's a thing. Stukas possibly looking to save the day here. Ends up hitting nothing. Let's check out other situations. We've got the victory point under control there. There's the dead Puma. T-34 now feels it can push into the centre. Possibly due to the, reconnaissance work done. Packs now come into the situation, so T-34 needs to scaramouche. Partisans rarely live long before they're hung. Or in this case, shot. Ooh, I'll tell you what, T-34 is in dire straits. Can it navigate these straits? Yes, yes it can. Katusha returns fire. Actually does not target the packs. Scotch anticipated the packs, but it ends up being the Grenadier and the garrison there. Not much work was done in the end. Back in the north, JLI's up to... bloody hell, 33 infantry kills. Veteran C4 on those bad boys. What a game we've really got erupting now. This is all over the bloody place, and it's absolutely lovely. SU-85 finds the 251, and we get a nice 18-8. Follows up with the Maxim to take out the 251, then goes on a killing spree versus the Panther, but the Pack 40s force him away. Back in the centre, conscripts on very low health, lucky to survive. Meanwhile, in the north, it's an MG off. Let's leave that battle alone. Oh, an MG's died somewhere. Soviet MG, there it is. Wiped by the LMG Grand Panther combo. He's going to get another SU, is Nico. Katusha's firing here. This is a Silder. Brumbear's out for Scotch. I wonder what PFC's thinking of here. So he got his own Panther. That's just rolling onto the field now. It's not seeing combat quite yet. Partisans making little mischiefs of themselves. Oh, they're funny. Somehow this Maxim's still alive. I'm so sure that got targeted. Maybe one early did. There's the double SU. 170 millimeters of tank busting action. This is push up, but we've got an LMG Pioneer ready to stop their advance. There's a close the pocket yet again. And a Stuka dive bomb. Oh my god! It broke the matrix! 7 dimensions have been obliterated. Did you see that? Debris traveled towards the singularity, and we are now in the Nether Realm of Company of Heroes. I have never been this far before, gentlemen. Hang on to your knickers and your pantaloons. That's right, cowardly cow, it was indeed a vacuum bomb. Which sounds like a housewife product from the 1950s. Is your husband thinking of divorcing you? You need to try out the vacuum bomb. Katusha's making a nice little moonscape there. How lovely. Here, oh, that's a Stuka. Please, Stuka. Be the nuclear Stuka that we foretold. How is Isildur dodging that? How did he do that? That's just insane. It's like bloody Moses parting the Red Sea, the Soviet Red Sea. That was insanity. Has he got Stuka hacks? Or something? I don't know what's going on there. Right. Stern Pioneer under a tricky spot of bother. This is a very tight-knit Katusha volley. He needs to be careful as Scotch does. He's happy that he's not... Oh, there we go. That's what it says. He has to be careful. Point proven. Don't F around when your opponent has sight and a Katusha at hand. Because the salvo will be so much more close-knit. More tightly packed. Like A in his jeans after Christmas. Ah. I should have said your mama. That would have been funnier. Never mind. Who wants to think of me? There's a dead T-34. What a combo by the Pax and Panthers. And this Panther's going in. He wants it. He wants that SU. See Sector Assault called down on the Zis guns. We've also got an assault in the east as the LMG pushes in. Zis taking out Panther. Escapes. A lot of very exciting play. Pax destroying the Zis gun. A lot of abilities used this game. It's lovely to see. It really is. There we go. Zis destroyed. Katusha returns fire on the Pax, though. Could actually destroy this. I'm counting on it. 1, 2, one more rocket, and that's down. He also wiped the other one. Oh, he split the distance. That partisan somehow keeps surviving. Professor of Destruction, Mr. Brumbear. Well, Dr. Brumbear is in session. Again, this cutoff is taken. Rakettenwerfer takes out the Katusha. Like to think he was in ambush mode, but I can't replay to see if that was the case. Katusha. This war is hell, isn't it? Absolute hell. Let's watch in cinematic mode, shall we? Hopefully we get another overpass here, just for the... That's just bloody beautiful, isn't it? I can make so many cinematics here. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Grants force away the conscripts in the... I haven't drank some of this whiskey. We've probably gone that. We're meant to be celebrating 20,000 subscribers, aren't we? Lovely stuff. Oh, big salvos from the SUs there. Not gaining veterancy as fast as Nagano would probably like. 81 victories remain. 81 victory points remain for the allied players. They've got to be really careful. Because the Axis are currently capping the central circle. They want to. They've just been forced away by the advance of the 7-man conscripts. MG42 is veterancy 3. Got an air raid being called down. This is an IL-2 precision bombing strike. It's on that veteran MG. Oh no! What veteran MG? 37 kill. Vet 5 JLIs push forward. Grens could die to these Terminator partisans that will not die. Causing so much havoc. Not even behind enemy lines. They're doing frontal assaults. There's the Schwer. That's been uncovered now. Oh, what an AT combo. SU-85. Is this gun ready? Panther not penetrated though, of course. Central capping circle kept in position. Katusha returns fire. Just seen a bloody something get exploded. Great casting, Matt. Something did indeed get exploded. Gren's forced away. These Grens are in a really tricky spot there. That's flamethrower damage that could add up. Brumbear, however, has them tracked. Oh, I just love this game. It's so beautiful to watch. Panther pushing in, looking for a shot, and finishes off the SU. Here we go, though. We've got more smoke coming down. Oh my god, will this Panther take out the other T-34? Looks like he survives for now. Conscripts die, however. So much is bloody dying on the field right now. Katusha's looking to save the day. Where's he going to land? Again on the packs. Really now hitting the climax of this fantastic battle. Or it seems like we are. 35 minutes in. We're starting to see some real fatalities as they're fighting tooth and nail. Panther's in a tricky spot. Oh, the SUs are tracking. Can we get Isosceles triangle of death mode? Can he see him? He's trying so desperately. Is that a penetration? Did he survive? Yes! He's still alive! His voice cracks, but the Panther's Glacis frontal armor does not. What a game we're watching. This is awesome. Awesome stuff. Sector's wearing off now.
Our territory is falling into enemy hands.
More T-34's coming out. Panther going for a northern escapade, it would seem, for the first time in a while. Just a lowly Maxim watching over the victory point there. Again, sandbags now on the central victory point, but again he's capping the central victory point as Isilda. And they really are holding on to these double-digit VPs, aren't they? 76 to 287. It's a long haul, though, to try and break the spirit and iron will of their Axis opponents. Forced away by just the threat of the Zis there. T-34 building. Stukazafus firing in the west. Zoom in a little bit and see it. There we go. Just constant evaporation of manpower. I was going to say veterancy, but somehow survived in this case. That shoe mine, by the way, has been really present. Just not detonated once. Very surprised by that, to be honest. I suppose it'd be a bit too obvious to go down that side with the packs. It's a double Panther accompaniment now for PFC. Let's get a cheeky shot away. Where is Katusha shots landing? That's a good one. Grens need to be really careful, Scotch. What are you thinking, son? That's a double Gren wipe! Oh, so lucky to escape with one. The Brumbear blocks him in. So lucky indeed. T-34. Still that LMG there. So surprising. T-34. Could actually get a cheeky shot off on the folks here, but he's wary of the Panther. Very low health squad. Double pack 40s are finding the SU now. Brumbear's going to reposition. He's got pack support. Partisans are just waiting for an ambush. Oh, they're found by the Brumbear. Double LMG Grens. There you go. That Gren died earlier on, I think. No, I mean after the... 2 Grens have died in that same spot, I think. Spy network used for Nagano. Let's see what he can see on the TAC map. Is that... That's not right, is it? Let me do the switch quickly. Yep, there you go. You can see everything. That's the point. That's TAC. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. Anyway. It's cool, that ability. Katusha volley, using spy network, don't forget. On the JLIs. That'll keep them out of combat. That'll keep them out of combat, and PFC has not seen it! That's the beauty of spy network! Assassinating the Vet 5 JLIs with over 50 kills using spy network Katusha rockets. Great stuff, really cool. Panthers on the west side. No easy pickings there. Conscripts holding the line. We've got a push in on the east. Pack has been decrewed and then recrewed. Coming in. Oh, Katusha's threatening the packs yet again. They reposition. What a game this is. Conscripts in the centre. More of them waiting for the Sturmgewehrs of the first Grenadiers to come around the corner. Make any sense? Molotovs them on their way. What else do we have happening here? We've got T-34 looking for a cheeky little flank. Could he take out that Grenadier? Is that his target? Pack's waiting. Oh no! He gets rid of the mortar with one shot there. Grens think about recruiting, but then of course want to hold the line here. Panthers come in a little bit late to the party, as ever. Is the Citadel crumbling down around them? Another volley. As we said, Isildur's doing all of the infantry heavy lifting, and Nagano has the tank accompaniment at the moment. Not much happening there. Panthers on prowl still. Lost a lot of infantry. Well, both players have really. Seems their fighting forces have dwindled. A lot of support weapons maybe have died. What am I on about? They've still got really high pop caps. It can't be that bad. Isildur's got the lowest pop cap. He seems to have got the lowest. Friendly bombs fall on Slough. It's not fit for humans now. Just forced away in the west. Oh, there you go. PFC's holding line, trying to get that victory point. That vital point of contention. Because, tell you what, the Axis are now down to 138. They're going to have to use concentrated fire. Ooh, good volley on the Grens there. This time seen by Scotch. Brumbear from behind the tree line, but he's in a dangerous predicament. What's that? That's again sector assault. T-34 spotting for the Ziskons. Is that mine? Oh, there's the Panther taking him out. They split these. I just want to get a nice cinematic here. Oh, it's a very nice cinematic matter. Lovely stuff. I think I've got more than enough thumbnail material. What do you guys think? They think yes. Just keep giving me the UI. Look at this from Nagano. T-34-76 and Partisans. You know, just completely dominating this avenue of fire and this here. And it just means he's able to control 2 victory points. Well, have a lot of force on the southern one. Isildur's having a great battle himself, but here come the bullies. The Panzer battle group. 2 Panthers and a Brumbear. Katusha can't do much against Panthers. Probably couldn't in real life, but Second World War, sorry, in Company Heroes 2 it certainly can't. Stuff pushing in the west, trying to flank the Ziskons with the Panther. That's dangerous with Su-85s around, but he's got more than enough to keep him busy over there. Can he get rid of these Ziskons with the Panther? That's a real tricky predicament to be in. Su-85 waiting there. Do we have engagements in the south? Yes, we do. Conscripts could be about to die. There's the Stukas of Foos taking out one of the Ziskons with the Stuka there. Good work by PFC. Using the Panther to distract. And he gains the victory points back. Putting the pressure down on the Allies. Central victory point needs to stay in Axis hands to win this game. Brumbear needs to work really hard. He's facing the wrong bloody way, the fat chode. Face the right way, you bloody pasty-eating bastard. Faust in. Katusha returns fire on the MG. And the Rakettenwerfer for SU down to the Panthers. And these SUs are now in real dire straits. Money for nothing. And they'll get their kills for free, will the Panthers. Running away, is he? What a coward. Panther looking for a flank here. Looks like Axis might have it. They're even getting a possible... Well, they're not going to close the pocket. Oh, what a volley by the Katusha, though. That could be an absolute atrocity. They are suppressed, and PFC did not see it in time. He closes the pocket, though. Does the T-34 get out of there? Yes, he does. Nothing's died to close the pocket, but it's been neat. It's been neat. How neat? Allies capping the central victory point there. Brumbear pushes forward. And cheers, guys. It's been a cracking game. It's all clink gashes showing on the webcam there. Oh, this is consolidated. Oh, conscript dies. Zis survives. The intended target did not die. The unintended one certainly did. Partisans running the gauntlet for the 5th or 6th time this game. Brumbear's really starting to go to town now. 30 victory points versus 100. Gren's suffering. Oh no! Come on, Scotch! Keep these boys alive! They're fighting for you so hard. Just rebuilding them over and over again. Double LMG Grenadiers. Terminator squad going toe-to-toe with conscripts there. I actually think they might win that. Depends if one of the two survive. Oh, here come the Panthers. 3 of the bad boys. This is what Hitler wanted with the Battle of the Steppe. Curse. That's how he envisaged it. Before all the transmission failures, they're actually going forward. Su-85 down, but there's 2 remain. They've both got veterancy. One of the Panthers will die here in this onslaught. We've got Katyusha's returning fire on the pack up there. Both Panthers survive. Victory point situation. Keep an eye on it. Friendly fire from the Katyusha. Meanwhile, in the south, looks like the Grenadier ran away, the 2-man Grenadier, but there were more coming. So he's capturing the south. He's currently capturing the centre. This could be a triple cap just when the Allies need it least. As the 7th dimension of Hades reopens for a moment. Conscripts push forward. They've got to keep the toe on the line here. They've got to throw every bit morsel. The Partisans are going to die. Rather than fighting in the shadows, they're going to have to fight mano a mano. Because if they don't, the Axis will win this game. 30 victory points remain for Nagano and Isilda, the 2 grand finalists. Stuka Zafus comes down, Katyusha comes down. Stuka Zafus gets a good meaty portion of conscript blood there. Here's Katyusha fire, and Stern Pioneers didn't want to stick around for too long. Vet 5 MG34 dies to the Maximan conscript. They cap in the north. Big situation in the south. The T-34 goes forward against the Grenadiers. SU waits for the Panther to come in, and there he goes. He's waiting for it through that non-existent side armour. In the centre, Pioneers just about surviving. This could go either way. 15 victory points remain for the Allies, though. They need to cap so desperately. Can they force them out here? 2 victory points are pushing the Allies down. Deeper on down, we've got a ram coming in, but he overcooks the engine and he can't even kiss him. Oh, just the story of you guys on prom night, most likely. Couldn't even get the kiss. Gren's forced away. And the cap is alive. They're also going to cap in south. This could turn against the Axis all of a sudden. Says every story of every battle after 1943. Ooh, Panther's doing anti-infantry duties once again. Okay, this has been Schwer's now been hit upon by the Su-85s. Like the weird uncle at your parents' wedding. You don't want to sit on their knee. Here we go, we've got a sector assault coming in, a close. The pocket's recently been used, but it's more than enough. But they trade shots with the Panther. Get the shot off just as they die there. Stukas give us a flyby. And 10 victory points remain for the Allies. However, the Axis are capping here. They're down to 50 and Stuka fires upon the Zis gun. Gets it. Cycle through the armies a little bit, see what we've got. We haven't got much for bloody PFC. Hey PFC, have you heard of infantry? Apparently not. 3 victory points are currently capped for the Allied players. Nagano and Scotch, the grand finalists of ML5. Oh my god, the Axis have to do something so quickly because 38 victory points will go down in the blink of an eye. Don't do this though. Let 5 Stern Pioneers die there as the Panthers push in. Looking for fatalities. There we go. We got an SU down. Katusha's next. The ride of the Panthers. Will they die? Or will they take everyone else with them? 1 down, 1 remains. Vet 3 Panther gets the kill, but the victory point situation. We had a neutralization there with the packs. In the north, the conscripts are forced away. What a push there by Scotch and PFC. The ride of the Panthers was absolutely a victorious one indeed. It'll be talked about in many beer kellers for many generations to come. Brumbear forces away the conscripts. 10 victory points are about to start ticking back down. What do we have for Nagano and Isildur? We have an SU building for Nagano. We don't have many victory points at all. 9 victory points slowly ticking down here. This looked so set for an Allied comeback. They looked so dominant at one point, but that massive Panther push in when they needed it most looks likely to have won it here. And there you go. The Allies bleed out before our very eyes. And Scotch and PFC win this famous game. The Madman actually did it. What an assault with the Panthers, it has to be said. I couldn't fully formulate how important that was as it was happening. I mean, I couldn't verbalize it, though, as well as I wanted to. But, I mean, that says everything you need to see. I mean, look at that. It's fucking beautiful. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That is lovely. Look at that. Oh, what a game. What a game. Lovely stuff. Let's go over to the stats. And, wow. Lots of things died. Graphs are always fun to look at. Army value. What an assault at the last dying throws. Awesome stuff. Points held. Meh, can't really see much there. Personal wise, I want to see. Yeah, this is important captures. Isildur was like the guy capturing way more than Nagano, but that might just be because of the ebb and flow with PFC. But, as I say, the Panther work there at the end was just fucking awesome. Really was. Excellent stuff. Let's go over to see some other armies. Let's go to Isildur, see what his best units were. Was this there? I don't know if I saw Nagano, but just in case I didn't. Yeah, I did. That's the guy I started with. Then let's go to Scotch. Grenadiers. And finally, PFC, the Panther. And yeah, you can't argue with that. He built 3 of them, he lost 2, but he got some really good efficiency out of them, and just that final assault was just awesome, wasn't it? Really was. Alright then, Sheilas, I've got a skedaddle now. Hope you have a lovely week. Thank you for watching the 50th episode of Strategic Zoomcast. And thank you for celebrating with me 20,000 subscribers. It's been lovely. Oh, and of course, I have already mentioned it already, but yes, absolutely check out the grand finals of this tourney on Greyshot stream Saturday in 5 days' time at 4 p.m. Central European summertime, if you're German. Exactly, Ficker. All right, dudes. Thanks for watching, and goodbye. Hosting somebody else. Let's host somebody. Host somebody. Host somebody. Host somebody. Gotta host somebody. Gotta host somebody today. Let's host Isildur. Let's host Isildur today. Or just Gibber. Shall we host Isildur or Gibber? Oh, Gibber's doing Co 1, lol. Ha! I'm gonna host Gibber doing Co 1. That's well funny. Let's go watch Gibber.